This is a good one. I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Drilled with Dr. Brady podcast. I'm Dr. Brady. We are joined with Lowell today. Lowell,
what's up?
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, hello.
You just wait a second. We're
Yeah.
you
Wait your
deserve.
turn.
You deserve an introduction because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've heard of this little show called Tiger King, but there's one player in the Tiger King universe that has not been on a lot of the programming and should be. And we got him here with us in the flesh today. You might have heard some of Joe Exotic's songs from his country music album, videos, songs like I Saw a Tiger, Here Kitty Kitty. Well, we have Vince Johnson with us today.
The illustrious Vince Johnson.
Illustrious, magnificent, glorious
I didn't hear that one.
Vince Johnson, who is the genius, or at least half of the genius, behind these songs. Vince, thank you for coming over today. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me, Doc.
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
We're telling him what to do, man.
It was...
So
wife.
pushy.
I am super pushy. I'm super grateful that you're here. I know that this may not be your favorite thing to do or talk about, but let's talk about how we met. I found out that the brains behind Joe's songs lived in Vancouver. I did some digging and I found an email address off of, where was I?
ChristianMingle.com.
Yeah.
That's where I put my phone number.
Is that where you're...
Probably a Reverb Nation or some
Reverb Nation is where I had it. I had an email there.
It
so
was
I
Pornhub. It's fine.
sent him an email.
Yeah.
And boom. Actually, it was months before we actually got to meet, right? It was a little bit of time. And you were a little incredulous as to, wait, you're going to give me some dental work and all you want to do is chat with me for like 45 minutes? And I was like, that's exactly right.
It's money well spent, man.
That's exactly
Money well
right.
spent.
But hey, you got some new chompers.
Got some new chompers.
How are they working out for you?
So far, so good. Great. I got them yesterday and got the chiclets, man.
Okay. You don't want to turn them back in?
Not at this point, no. They're working great, man.
They're working great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different, with
It's a whole
good
new, it's a
teeth.
brave new world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good. Well, hopefully it gives you a reason to smile. That's kind of what we like to do. Anyway, the whole purpose of what we do here at Drilled and like everything that we do with our nonprofit organization is to give free work to people who need it. And I'm happy to help. And I've been so awesome to meet your acquaintance because you have this kind of cool story. And also you're involved. I mean, you're a musical guy. You do a lot of stuff with music, and I love music too. So that kind of was a match made in heaven for me.
He's got a cover band. He's going to mention it.
He mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
I wasn't going to mention it, but since you mentioned it,
It's just funny
Don't lie.
the circumstance of meeting through Tiger King, and like you say, you just emailed me. It was kind of out of the blue, but
yeah.
everything's worked out.
But you've probably gotten a lot of out of the blue emails.
Hundreds.
Let's talk about though any that you wish you would have responded to in the way you responded to mine.
Well, there were these two girls in Sweden wanted me to come out and move in with them. And
Go on.
What are you doing here?
Go on.
That sounds amazing.
Nothing too bizarre, Just actually, you were kind of a dentist going to give me free teeth for, yakking for 45 minutes. I thought you were the kookiest of the
Right. That's the kind of deal where you're like, this guy's for sure harvesting
Weirdly
organs,
enough,
right?
most people don't believe us right away. Like they think there's something up. Like
Scam.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Allison, one of the
scam.
wonderful people that we had on before, thought we were going to harvest her organs. Her sister, she told me the story that her
she did
sister
say that.
legitimately called her, hadn't talked to her in years, called her and was like, they're going to harvest. She told her, and she's like, they're going to harvest your organs.
But that just goes to show you how rare it is that a dentist would be giving free work away. Because people are like, what's more likely? That someone's going to harvest your organs or that someone's going to give you free dental work? And people go to the harvesting organs because they're like,
It's
no,
more believable.
definitely no dentist is going to give free
yeah.
dental work, right? That's impossible. No dentist would ever do that.
Right, getting hit by a meteor,
Just get right in on the mic for me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
All right, that better? that gooder?
Yeah, it's good.
Gooder, I like.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's gooder.
it's a man talks my lingo.
All right, Vince, here's the thing. You wrote these songs, or you were involved in writing these songs, and that was your only involvement with Joe Exotic, correct?
Correct.
Let's start from the beginning, because let's start, what year was it when you were first contacted, or how did it come about, your relationship with
Joe.
with this Joe guy, who's almost as kooky as a dentist trying to get you to come into his office?
Almost.
Almost.
Back in 13, he had an ad up in Oklahoma, and I was looking for work. I'd scour all the
Like Craigslist
sites.
community,
Exactly.
musicians.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Craigslist, to be specific.
Casual Encounters, rest in peace.
Well, he's got a one-track mind, doesn't he?
He does. You gotta rein him in. You just keep, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, he was looking for a tradesman for his show, not music. He was looking for camera people, and
Okay.
I said, "Yeah, what the hell? Hey, if you'd like a theme song, I can write you one." And that's
You
how
you solicited that to him.
I did.
Okay.
And then when 20 minutes later, I got an email back.
He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I want,
exactly.
dude, give me a theme song.
Which, if you're looking for work like that, 99 out of 100 don't respond back. It's just cold calling people. Hey, I'm a songwriter. Let me write a song for you. But so he got back to me, and that's how we started.
And you had a band.
Yeah.
At the time.
The Clinton Johnson Band.
The Clinton
Correct.
Johnson Band. And the Clinton portion of the band is Dan, was his first name? Danny?
Danny, yeah.
And he's passed away. But he is the voice that you hear.
Yes.
When you watch these videos of Joe Exotic standing on his truck and
Wayne Newton, and he lip syncing.
looking the part, that's for sure.
Right.
So
the first song was Tiger.
I Saw Tiger.
Right.
Yeah.
He bitched about PETA, told me a story that, he owned an animal sanctuary, and obviously tigers were brought up somewhere in the conversation. And write a song about that. Okay. About 20 minutes later, sitting out in the sun, I wrote I Saw a Tiger. Got a hold of Danny. We recorded it, sent it to him, and
What's the time frame of that? What's your, you just sit down with your...
Within a week.
You do it with piano, guitar? What's your songwriting process?
At first, just lyrics.
Just lyrics.
Yeah, I'll just
start with lyrics.
And I'm an average to bad, like I was telling you, musician. Like average to bad singer. I'll bring in people that do that, but I'm my biased opinion to good writer. So yeah, that's my process. So anyways, it was like a week after first contact with the guy, got him Tiger. And then...
And how did Joe react? Joe loved it,
he
liked
loved
it, hated it, what?
He loved it.
Ate it up.
Ate it up.
Yeah.
And then it's like I don't know, month and a half, 2 months after that, I'm skipping ahead. Then he wanted a song about his brother who's deceased, GW and me. I wrote that song, give me the details of what happened. The guy died in a car wreck, etc. So anyway, I wrote 3 songs for him. And 2 months later, I got on YouTube and I thought, what's Joe Exotic all about? And that's the first time I ever seen him on the pickup lip syncing. What the?
So wait. Just 1 second.
That's good.
Okay.
You wrote I Saw a Tiger, and what was the other one that you wrote before you actually saw the man?
GW and me and the Zanesville, Terry Thompson story. Yeah.
Wow, that's it's just crazy. How many details did he give you when you were writing these songs? Did he just drop a ton of info on you? You just went off and did this?
Not a ton of info.
Not a ton. So you just kind of gleaned all this from a brief conversations with him?
Pretty much, yeah.
See, that's why I wanted to talk to this guy, because that's
that's
no
awesome.
input and you nailed it.
Well, I mean, like on Tiger, for example, he bitched about PETA. So I put in a little, they're trying to take my tigers and shit, and then that's one verse. So then I threw in my thoughts on big game hunting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of fill it in.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. Look at that. Look at that. Got the goosebumps. That's awesome.
Lowell's got a bromance going on. Listen. Okay.
He is cute.
Yeah, he is very popular with the beard and everything.
Ladies love this guy.
Okay, so you had no idea that when did you find out that Joe wanted to kind of take the music and kind of, I guess, like use it as his own?
Milli Vanilli it pretty for the most part.
Yeah, I don't want to say rip off, but maybe that's the right word. Rip. I mean, like
2 months into it, like I said, I got on YouTube, and there, I can do a little research on Joe. Just guys writing a few songs for me. And I got curious one night, as people do, and there he was. I saw Tiger doing the, standing on the truck, lip syncing and whatnot. So, needless to say, I was pretty pissed. And I called Danny.
And how'd Danny feel about that?
Oh man, Danny was really hot.
Really?
And I emailed Joe, and his producer of that video, his videos, shot me back that we thought that was our agreement,
But you had no idea that he was going to usurp this to be his own thing and to purport that he's the one singing and that's his music.
It was a shock.
What's the going rate for a song? Like what can you remember? Like what he paid you?
The going rate's as much as you can get.
As much as you can get.
You can get.
Yeah.
You hear that, Lo?
I know. I'm working on the cheap over here.
Yeah. Lowell, I owe Lowell a lot. Let's just say that.
No, we did. I did the theme song for the Drilled podcast, and I did that probably 30 minutes after he asked for it.
Is it lyrics or just music?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
Recorded it, sang it.
We should let you listen to. Have you listened to our theme song?
I have not.
It's fantastic. He did a great job. I love it.
Yeah, I just nailed it out dude, it wasn't the same day. I think I sent you the demo for it. Yeah, it was like the same day. I just here is what I'm thinking. I was sitting out there on the front porch, just like, all right, got it.
Well, now
I had a hook, and I was just like, as soon as I had the hook, I was just like, that's easy. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, once you got the hook, it
it's kind of
should
got
come pretty
the
easy.
good bit, and it's just all about building up to the good bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's good stuff.
Well, I'm curious now. I'll definitely listen to it.
Oh yeah, we'll play it for you when we're done here.
Okay.
It's great. Intro's our whole podcast. Every time we do a podcast, it's our intro. Okay. Was this so? Did you wrote a couple songs for Joe, and then that's it? After this, you see him pretending to be Danny, basically, are you guys like, hey, we're done with this, man?
No.
Or was there like, you got to pay us more, or some kind of renegotiation, or
The thing was, I wrote 9 songs for Joe.
9
in total, right? And then Danny wrote a few, after we went our separate ways. But Joe's thing was reality show. He's going to have a reality show, and
he was telling you that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Dirt Prince of Oklahoma.
Yeah, he had all types of great plans, and
Yeah.
I was dumb enough to believe it. It sounded kind of plausible,
So he's telling you, I'm gonna have a reality show. If you write the theme music, it's gonna get played all over the TV, and you're gonna get that credit.
Exactly.
And that's appealing to a songwriter. Like, oh, this could be big.
Exactly.
And maybe I get to attach my name to this, and that launches me to something else.
Like a feather in your cap.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, and that did not turn out that way for a little bit, because 2020 rolls around, and now your songs.
Everybody's trapped at home, and Netflix drops this documentary.
It's such a weird thing, though, man, that it happened that way.
Super weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Bizarre. But anyway, his reality show never materialized, obviously. But
Right.
yeah, like you say, March 20th,
Now, yeah. So you wrote those songs in 2013, 2014.
13, 14, and I think up to 15.
Did you ever meet Joe?
No, talked to him 4 times on the phone, and then I don't know, 300 emails. We'd email all the time.
Did you live in Oklahoma?
Oh, hell no.
So where? So how? Tell me again how you responded to it. He put it.
An ad in Oklahoma. I was on Craigslist. I was searching all over the country for work, man.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Oh, okay.
Like community page. You go
So you just like randomly
talent or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see. was Craigslist.
I've got a lot of gigs out of that too, where you just go hunting, and you can like if you're setting up a tour, especially, you can like start just kind of sifting around to see what people are looking for.
Well, yeah, you can write songs anywhere.
Yeah, same thing.
You know?
License music thing.
My guess is that Joe Exotic spent a lot of time on Craigslist. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
I think he was familiar with the site.
Well, I have a lot of family that lives in Oklahoma, and they are very aware of who Joe Exotic is. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
everyone
knows him. Allison knows him. She knows who he is, like, because she grew up in Oklahoma.
Oh, like
yeah,
like his
she doesn't want to watch Tiger King. She's like, I don't want to watch that. You know, like I know who that guy is. I don't need to see a documentary about him.
Yeah, from what I gather, people in Oklahoma just thought of him as a clown, kind of a
like
whatever, not
clown
this
cult leader.
Yeah,
He ran for president.
Exactly.
He got super viral when he ran for president.
He ran for president, for governor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like when I watched the Tiger King, I tried to get my dad to watch the Tiger King because I'm like, you're gonna love this. It's just so out there that you gotta watch it. And I was trying to think of a way to hook him in because he's like, no, I'm not watching that. Not no way in hell.
You watched it like 3 times.
I did, yeah.
I remember
it
you
was
telling
just
me.
so bizarre.
Let me out of here.
Lowell couldn't get enough of it.
It was so bizarre. And plus, it was right when we were all like, my job had just got shut down. I was literally stuck at home. It was entertaining.
It's true.
But I was like, the way I thought about it and the way that I pictured it in my mind is the way I tried to frame it to my father to try to just watch an episode and see what's up. Is that it's Joe Dirt's dark future. It's like if there was a dark future for Joe Dirt, it was the Tiger King. And also, I realized that,
More sinister than Joe Dirt, but I see
most
what you're
sinister,
saying.
but it's like dark future. Like, things went real bad
Yeah,
for Joe
I don't
Dirt.
like how you're talking about Joe Dirt right now.
Joe Dirt.
That's top 5 comedies of all time to me. So I just want you to know I have a special place.
That
in my
was
heart.
funny as hell.
It's great. It's a top 5. I'm telling you, top 5 comedy movies for me.
What's the other 4?
Let's get into this.
Let's do
This
it.
is important.
It's a mad world.
Hot Rod with Andy Samberg. Do you know this one?
Never heard
I
of
do.
it.
Yeah, Hot Rod is fantastic. He plays this daredevil who sucks, and like an evil Knievel type, but he sucks.
Okay.
And he's
Sucky Knievel.
trying to impress Andy Samberg is the guy from SNL. A long time. You know who that guy is?
Lonely Island.
Lonely Island guys. It's a great movie. Bill Hader's in it, and I like him. Anyway, super cool. Step Brothers is
Yeah, I
another
like
one.
Step Brothers. That's
I
good.
wouldn't put it in top 5. It was good. That's your list, though. Go
Dumb
ahead.
and Dumber,
Dumb
classic.
and Dumber, yeah.
still holds up.
Still holds up.
And then there's one with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell called The Other Guys.
What they played the cop.
The Cops.
Yeah.
It is like I still watch that and pee my pants. I know it's coming. I can quote it all, and I lose it every time I watch Will Ferrell get mad and
It was funny.
he has the hot wife who he like calls his like super plain and
Yeah. Hey, you're married to him?
and Mark Wahlberg can't wrap his mind around. It's like every part of it is so funny. You got Dirty Mike and the Boys. That's where that comes from.
The soup kitchen.
Putting D's and A's in the soup. Yeah, it's just all around just good family fun. That's what I think. You got a top 5? You got what's your?
Mad World. Probably before your guys' time.
I don't know that one.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll say.
I know it.
Okay.
Okay, that's
I
funny.
like movies, so like I'll dig for movies.
Top 5 comedies. Maybe Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah.
sentimental, but it was still fun.
Yeah, nostalgic, and that's funny too.
Yeah,
I got most of mine are going to be more nostalgic than anything.
I'm
If you say Saw, I'm gonna be mad at you. You're gonna say
No,
Saw.
I actually don't like
That's
Saw.
hilarious.
You want to play a game?
I could see Lowell with popcorn laughing and like root beer coming out of his nose, watching Saw.
Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail was the first movie that broke me.
There you go.
Literally, I was on the ground, ribs hurting. I think I bruised a rib.
Yeah.
Like I think I was like 10, and I was just like, my dad showed it to me, and I was just it was the first exposure I had gotten to really dry humor, and I realized like I'm a dry humor kind of guy.
I was going to say, you got their humor at that age?
Yeah, it was
Really?
just
Good for you.
so dry, and I just loved it, and I love silly.
Yeah, it's great. I hurt myself laughing at the diarrhea scene in Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, that's the one. When he's
funny.
And then the toilet gets clogged, toilet doesn't work, it doesn't flush, and he just unloaded on it. That's great.
I
It's
hate
great.
when that happened.
I know.
I read an interview with Clint Eastwood, and he actually said that actually happened to him one time. I guess it could happen to anybody.
Oh, it's happened to me. Yeah, it's definitely happened to me. It's been
Okay.
less than a year.
We just derailed. Let's get back. Let's get back.
All right.
Nice try, Vince. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying not to talk about Tiger King.
Well, looks like it's raining now.
Okay, so here's the thing. When Tiger King actually came on the scene, did you know that it was coming? Were you contacted?
Yeah, I licensed the song about 4 months before it came out. So yeah, I knew it was coming.
What does that mean? You licensed the song? They contacted you and said, "Hey, we're going to use this. We need your permission." So
Correct.
you retained all the rights for those songs.
To a certain
Is that-
extent. Not really. I mean, it depends. If you're a nobody, you can make. They got you.
Explain it to me like I'm a 7-year-old.
We'll get the crayons and construction paper out.
Yeah. How does that work? So you write the songs, but Joe bought the songs. So
No, he did not buy the song.
Oh, he didn't buy the songs.
No.
How does that
We're
work?
talking about licensing now.
Okay. So
like
they're
it-
always your songs.
Correct.
Got it.
Right. But they just give you a few bucks to put them in the show. That has to be paid.
Yeah.
They basically what they'll do. What happens is you are contracted to write whatever a theme song. Just say a theme song. Keep it easy. Write the theme song for the show. You license it to them for whatever terms you guys agree upon to use in their show. Now, sometimes what you'll do is you'll license it to their show in all perpetuity, which means you do it forever.
Yeah.
Or you
Right.
license to it for a certain amount of time, and then if they wanted more, they got to talk to you again, and you got to renegotiate everything. But they don't own it. It's not theirs. They use it. They buy the right to use it.
Got it.
Essentially, if you're just going to
So
boil it down,
it's like they're renting.
Correct.
Like they're renting your song.
Yeah, but even if they contracted you to make it, they're just you still retain the rights of ownership to the song and
Got
the
it.
recording, depending on the license agreement.
Right. And they've got you, name artists with lawyers that know that stuff can negotiate, much better deals, obviously. But, yeah, that answer your question?
Yeah. Okay, so Tiger King comes on the scene, and you've told me you didn't really think, who's going to want to watch this stupid show? Turns out everybody.
Figure.
And then a pandemic hits and everyone's trapped in their house, and that's all that
Yeah,
there was.
the perfect
Trending on
storm.
Netflix.
It's still, though, come on, can't you twiddle your thumbs or somebody watch that?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well, listen, there's so many layers to that. There's just, Joe Exotic by himself is so interesting. His relationships were interesting. His feud with Carol Baskins was interesting. And then her relationship with her husband and her past husband.
Plural.
Yeah.
Who cares? Let's leave it.
Well,
we got lights. It's fine.
All right, we're on these timer and these lights in my
Who cares?
office.
Just keep going.
Ruining the lighting.
It is
So obviously,
lighting now.
organ harvesting.
from the first episode, I was hooked. I was hooked with this, and there's so many players. What's interesting is that your interaction with Joe Exotic is absent from the documentary. Did they try to get you on the documentary? Did they invite you, or you just weren't? They weren't
No.
contacted to be on.
No, yeah.
Did you want to be? Did you wish that you were?
Hell
No,
no.
not interested.
No. See, that was just, I thought it was in the past, actually,
Well, it was in the past.
Yeah, it was in the past.
Far in the past.
Right. So,
I know, as much as as a songwriter, this is the way I view it, and when the past is the past, and I'm always moving forward, right? So I don't ever want to get stuck on something that I did a while ago. I just want to continue to move forward and try to be better or get better or whatever, and just keep going forward, never really looking backward. Are you any way like that, where you're just always trying to go for the next one?
Not
on to the
really.
Next one?
I mean, I suppose that's a minor part of it, but just the whole, like you were saying, you call it interesting. To me, it's a freak show, man. I don't want to be involved with that.
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
just want to distance myself from it,
Yeah, totally.
I actually have a question. One I've been waiting the whole thing to ask. Tell me a little bit about nude nuns with big guns.
Oh, gee. That classic.
I watched that movie. I love that
Oh,
movie.
you're kidding.
I love
It's
movies.
terrible.
Me and my father, when we were growing up, we had a thing where we watched a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Where they
Love that show.
It was a bunch of puppets, and they would just basically just talk shit through a movie. Like the movie's going, and they're just sitting there, just like
They'd crack wise.
crack wise the entire time.
Yeah,
so
I
we
remember
started
that
doing
show.
that with bad movies, and that's one that me and him sat down and watched, and just cracked wise.
You and
the
your
entire-
father?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hanging out, drinking beer, and we're just watching
All right.
nude nuns with big guns.
How that came out? That was the. Geez, that was so long ago. I think it was another friggin' ad on Craigslist. I'm looking for songs.
So let's back this up, because for people who don't know what nude nuns with big guns is,
It's the worst movie ever made. It's not.
it's a movie.
B movie would be saying, be putting it very nicely.
And any movie that's featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000, has I mean, it's gonna be. They're all terrible. That they
Like
make fun of.
Manos and the Hand of Fate.
Yeah,
but
they're all
some terrible is good.
Right.
Cheesy, and it is just
well.
bad.
No,
bad.
I love that stuff too.
Well, By the Farm. This is like nude nuns with big guns is By the Farm bad.
and
Like,
now, what's your involvement with that movie?
Well, they needed songs, and I licensed them, some songs. I think we had 7 or 8 songs in that.
yeah, you had.
Pretty much
I think
did
I
that.
read like that you had like several of them.
Right.
Then they wanted to like you thought that it was gonna be like 1 or 2, and then they just ended up wanting to get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But just the name itself, I thought was clever enough that this may be a hit. This may work out. But then when I seen the film, it was just terrible, man.
Terrible.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but I watched it, and then I remember because we talked a little bit before the podcast how I really like film music. Like I'm very into that, and we had this discussion while we were waiting for you, and like
Those cookies.
yeah, those cookies that never showed up.
Oh.
But there was a song. I can't remember the movie, but it was "Every Car Behind Me Is a Cop."
Bundy.
Yeah,
Legacy
the
of
Bundy
Evil.
movie. Yeah, that's it.
Now that was a halfway.
Yeah, but I
decent
like
movie.
that. I like that song. I really, really like
Yeah,
that song.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a good song.
I need to go check it out now.
Yeah, it's super duper good. Of course, you've heard like my country stuff.
I have.
Yeah, so like
Yes.
I kind of have like I try to do it with that kind of backwater sense of humor.
Well, that's a song people can relate to.
I love it. That's what I love about country music. Is it's the most I feel it's one of the most relatable formats that there is.
Yeah.
It's like music of the people by the people.
Country music makes me happy.
I got to disagree with you though. I don't think I'm country. We're Americana.
Okay.
Or Southern
You don't
rock
consider
even.
your music country?
I do not. Everybody else does. So,
Okay.
I beat
Well,
my
that's
head.
interesting because a lot of people think like Skinner is country.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell no.
But a lot of people
Yeah,
think
apparently
that.
a lot of people like Brady think
listen,
so.
they play it on country music stations. They do.
That's not Southern rock. Nothing is. They're
Well, yeah, but I'm
rock
just saying,
and
well, maybe I'm talking about people who don't know their genres very well. Sometimes the musically ignorant lump genres together.
Oh, I just did. So like it's just like I guess it just tends on you. Like I think you may like when you listen to music, you tend to pull things that are familiar to you, and that's how you identify it. It's things that you're like pieces of that music or parts of that music that you're personally familiar with are the ones that tend to resonate with you. You know, what I mean?
absolutely.
Whether it's a lyric or maybe there's like because I always perceived like some of the stuff that I listened to, it was like. I guess Americana would be the best way to put it, but it kind of came out with like kind of a rock and kind of like country sound because that's the parts that I identified with, and that's the parts that I would latch on to. Because I went through and like I was semi-familiar with Nude Nuns with Big Guns with the soundtrack, but I actually before
Which doesn't surprise me.
pervert.
before this.
Yep.
Loud and proud, buddy. I listened to it again, just the songs, and then. Obviously, Every Car Behind Me is a Cop, which I just love. But
Thank you.
yeah, those just resonated with me a lot. I just wanted to get us.
Back to Skinner for a minute.
Yeah.
People love Skinner, but the critics, unless
Yeah.
you're the Stones or, some New York band, they put them down, Skinner was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have like musical influences? What do you love? What do you throw in?
Where would I start?
I would say like proto influences, like the early ones.
Who?
Like the first couple of like ones that really like affected you, that made you want to do music, or maybe made you like want to listen to music.
Like it's all over the place, man. I like early Elton John, Creedence, John Prine, Jackson Brown, Warren Zevon. I love Zevon.
Oh yeah, I saw Werewolf the Chinese Menu in his hand.
Yeah, Dylan.
Hair was perfect.
There's just too many to mention. I mean, the Eagles, everybody. Man.
Yeah.
Merle Haggard, Tom T. Hall.
A lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just remember like my first exposure to music, other than the fact that I had a band playing in my living room. My dad's band practiced in the living room all the time before they'd go do like shows and
Your
stuff.
dad had a band?
Oh yeah, he had a
did not
big
know
like
that.
a southern rock band that they like toured and like showed. You know, they did some light stuff in the 80s. 70s and 80s. He looks like Lindsey, like in the 70s, my dad looks like Lindsey Buckingham. He's got like the big brown fro and like the super crop beard. And I got a picture of him leaning against a tree with his bright baby blue suit with the lapels that out to here and the bell bottoms and stuff. I'm going to put it when, it's going to hope it's a long way down the road when he dies. That's the picture I'm going to put on his funeral.
That's awesome.
Well, when your dad got back from Vietnam, was he like a hippie or no?
Well, he was like a southern rock musician in New Orleans. So he's like, he was kind of, a little bit, he was a pilot. So he just like did some pilot gigs and played some music and stuff. Just trying, like a lot of those guys, just trying to find their way back. Trying to find some kind of, level-headedness. But when my grandfather was actually the first person to get me into music. And we would listen to stuff like Marty Robbins.
Great songwriter.
And we had tapes in his truck, and we drive around and listen to him all the time. Marty Robbins, Conway Twitty, another
Absolutely.
one. You're like, hello, darling.
Are you happy?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, the baby.
It's just amazing. And then Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. These are like some of the first things I got to listen to. So,
what do you think of today's country? 'Cause I hate it.
It depends. There's like
I think they killed a great art form, man. To me, it's bad pop with a fiddle. I mean, there's exceptions, of course. Maybe some of the exceptions.
I do. Like if you kind of tend to go like the more outlaw country route, there's a bunch of young dudes coming out, like the guy named Colter Wall.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's like a 20-year-old kid that sings like Cash. I mean, like it's like he sounds like a gravelly old man.
Yeah, but we got Cash.
But he also is the pretty fantastic guitar player. Okay. I mean, there's tons of dudes. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have. You're talking about like bands like Florida Georgia Line that are like hip hop / country, and it's a little like
thank you.
There's some kind of rap going on in the middle of the country songs, and I don't dig that. The last like pure country that I can go back to and be like, this is like the country I like. It's probably '90s, late '90s, early 2000s. Travis Tritt, Alan Jackson, Garth. Okay. Those are some of the. George Strait is one of my favorite songwriters of all time. And just like those, I don't know, somewhere, I would think, I don't know, what do you think? Somewhere in the 2000s, I think, it started taking a weird turn.
It took a turn for the worse.
But the 90s, I felt like still was a good country.
I do too.
Yeah,
I just feel like nowadays, like modern country is the same pop songwriters. And I bet money I'm right to a degree, that do all of the super pop stuff. Because like all those super pop super hits that you hear are written by like the same 6 people.
Yeah, right.
It's like the songwriting group,
and
they just like pump it out. Like,
I'm glad you pointed that out.
Like Alchemy,
right? Because there's no like, you see a song now that 5 writers on. How the hell does it take 5 writers to write a song? But anyway, there is some great music though. Drive-by truckers. I don't know if you guys.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of vein I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, James McMurtry.
Yeah, that outlaw kind of. They kind of lump it in outlaw country, but even like there was a station, and I got exposed to it when my dad listened to XM radio. We hang out a lot, in case you didn't gather that. But he's got his midlife crisis mobile, which was a Corvette. And I remember I installed a XM radio for him, and we'd listen to Mojo Nixon's show.
There you go.
Yeah, so it was just like you're just getting like Hank 3, who's amazing, sounds just like his great grandpappy, but he's writing these really punky kind of super cool songs, and then like Mojo, Mojo Nixon's pretty cool, but like so that's kind of like the stuff I think is good. That's modern-ish, that's good.
Right.
Like there's bands like the Dead South. There's an amazing like 3-piece country band where they're doing like banjo, guitar, and they all harmonize with each other in that very kind of, a kind of Appalachian fashion, and it's very, 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 very cool.
Yeah, I like Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown's great.
They're great.
Yeah.
I like Rascal Flatts. I think Rascal Flatts does really good job. I mean, I've seen both those bands live, and they're just phenomenal. I actually liked them so much more after I saw them live, because their performances are just fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
There's great music if you look. It's not necessarily on the radio.
Well, that's where maybe like it takes a turn.
You gotta hunt. I mean, it's just
You gotta hunt,
the market's
yeah.
saturated, so you gotta dig down a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
I tend to lean on some old favorites though. Like I definitely like one of my favorite records ever created is Steve Earle's Copperhead Road.
Steve Earle.
I love that. There's just so much attitude. And then he did that Johnny Come Lately song with the Pogues. Forget about it. It was amazing. He basically got like an Irish punk rock band to come do a really kick-ass World War II song.
Yeah.
It's super awesome.
I love Jerusalem by Steve Earle. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know any of this. So
We've lost Brady, man.
back to Tiger King.
We gotta take it where he knows.
You lost me.
We gotta take it where he knows.
No, listen, we've also beat Tiger King with to a pulp, I think now. Well, let's talk about the obvious question on everyone's mind. Carol Baskins killed her husband or did not kill her husband?
Oh, I don't know, sir.
That's a cop-out, Vince. Come on. Where do you stand on Carol Baskins and her ex-husband?
Well, the man just didn't, something happened to him.
Something happened to him.
Right. Listen to Killer Carol. I stated it all in the song.
That's right. Well, that's what I'm trying to get you to. You wrote a song with the Vince Johnson
It
band.
doesn't mean
came out
I'm
with a
right.
song.
She could just be a poor lady whose husband disappeared. Who knows?
I doubt it.
I do
Gosh,
too.
If it walks like a duck and quacks like
yeah.
a duck, it's probably a duck.
She just got cast on this season of Dancing with the Stars.
That's going to be a train wreck.
No.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskins.
It's sadly,
is
it's
on
Lord.
Dancing with the Stars. Listen, Dancing with the Stars is a great program at getting people's attention.
She ain't no Mario Lopez, man.
So they don't care that you can't. They always get like 2 or 3 people who obviously are going to be terrible dancers, but like are just there for the clicks, for the views, right?
Carol Baskin. I wonder what they paid her. Yes, surely.
Oh, I think Dancing with the Stars pays quite well, and it's per episode, from what I understand. So like the longer you're voted in, the more money you get. I mean, the more episodes you.
What's she gonna go out there do? A twirl in her tie-dye moo or something?
I think I remember reading something years ago.
Oh, you calling me a pervert?
I remember reading something years ago that I thought it was like $100,000 an episode. It's a sizable.
God love her. I hope she has fun. But back to your question, something happened to the man. It's pretty fishy.
Disappearance act. When you own a tiger wildlife sanctuary, it seems like that's what I would do if I was trying to hide a body.
Never cross a pig farmer.
Snap.
Silence of the Lambs style, right?
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
He knows his Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously Carol Baskins did it, and she's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. We're all gonna watch that. Let's see. So how are you still? You're still writing music. You're the Vince Johnson Band is your new project. That's your thing, right? You just came out with a song called Killer Carol.
Yeah.
I mean, like the last couple months, right?
Yep. I had to. That's part of the deal. They wanted the Tiger King song, and I wrote that one years ago.
The Killer Carol?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it didn't end up doing it.
Oh.
So to make it 10 songs of Tiger King, we've done that one and re-recorded the 9 other songs I wrote for Joe.
So what are you doing now?
Talking to you, drinking a Sprite, worrying.
Worrying.
I'm just kind of riding it out. We'll see what happens.
And you're still a songwriter.
That's
Still writing
always
songs.
right.
Still available for hire. if someone needs a song.
You hear that, people?
Yeah. How can people get a hold? What's the easiest way to get a hold of you? How can people get a hold of you if they want to hire you?
Well, Reverb Nation, VinceJohnson@Q.com is my email.
VinceJohnson@Q.com.
We'll have all the links in the description for you.
Okay.
If there's anyone out there who needs a song written, this is your guy. Listen.
Adult diapers, anything. I'll write a song about anything.
You've mentioned adult diapers twice. I
That's
feel like
right.
you really want to write a song about adult
Yeah, I
diapers.
do.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I can't wait. I'll be the model for your music video.
I do have a question, just kind of, because I'm a little bit in the same boat. How is the lockdown and the COVID-19 pandemic and all this, the regulations involved with that affecting your career? I know it put mine on hold to quite a degree because I was playing live primarily, and now that's just dried up. There's no way to really do that.
Right. We hope to tour in November, but who knows? But I'm a bit of a hermit anyway, so, this really didn't affect me a hell of a lot anyway.
You were socially distancing before it was cool.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
For the last several years.
6 feet, I'll give you 20. How about that? I'll give you 20 feet apart.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Vince, before I forget, I want to do our secret word, which for those who are uninitiated, we do a secret word every single week on the Drilled with Dr. Brady podcast, where we offer $500 of free dental work towards anything that might be needed. The first person to email us the secret word gets the $500. If you can't use it yourself, we allow you to gift it to somebody else.
Give it to your friends.
And Vince, we always want our guests to kind of have the opportunity to be responsible for the secret word. Do you think you can come up with a secret word that we can send out to our listeners?
Bladder.
Bladder? I
Bladder.
feel like he has to go pee right now.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think he's sending a message.
You went right before.
It's a secret word, and it's a message. So,
Bladder. And by the way, we are initiating a new mandate that requires a social media post. So when you win, we will ask you to use your Instagram, Facebook to tell
post
everyone
about it, y'all.
Tell everyone that you won $500. Tell everyone to encourage everyone in your circle of influence to listen to us to make that more accessible to everybody else.
You do that weekly, Doc?
Weekly.
Every week.
That's a great thing, man.
It is great. No, I love it. And we allow people to win 3 times. If you win 3 times, you're kicked out. You're
You're not kicked out.
You can still listen, but you can't win
You
anymore.
are no longer eligible.
We need to spread it out because
We have people that hunt. I watch the email.
we got some snipers.
I'll post it, and then I always wake up to make sure that it posts, right? So then, and then the email, I've seen it post, and literally 2 minutes later, my phone dings. Someone called in the secret words. I know what you're up to.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I'm on to you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the word is bladder. And you email that to drilledpodcast@gmail.com. And the first person to do so gets 500 big ones towards, whatever you need.
We're going to put links to all his stuff in the description, so be sure to check out that stuff. And hire this man. Hire this man to write a song about adult diapers. You hire him.
Someone please do that. I just really, if no one does it, I'm going to have to do it. So it's going to get done.
I got money.
I'll
I'll throw in on that.
Also, what was the Rob Schneider gigolo back then? Hire me for anything.
Oh dear. But this just took a left turn.
Yeah, but hey, seriously, that's a great thing, man. Teeth are so important. It can ruin your life, bad teeth.
Or change your life,
or change your
positively.
Life. Absolutely.
So no, it's the reason that we've created what we've created here is that we just want to make a difference for other people. So, when you come on our program and let us talk to you about Tiger King, I know you're kind of it's not your favorite topic to talk about, but it helps us get the word out because it's interesting to so many people. And I, like you, don't understand the masses all the time, but they like what they like.
They like
what they like, and they like Tiger King. So we got to give the people what they like. They like Tiger King. So here we are, giving them what they want.
God love them. They like Tiger.
Yeah. You think Joe belongs in jail? Think he ought to stay there? Do you know what he's charged for? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, attempted murder for hire
Yeah.
and killing those 8 tigers, which I don't know how much time he got for the murder for hire charge. And
I think his full sentence is 22 years.
No, no, I know that. But
Yeah.
I was wondering how much time he got for the tiger death and trying to
Good Lord
kill a
knows.
human
I don't
being.
know.
You know?
Lord
Yeah.
knows what else he got away with. So
Yeah.
I think that
I think he is where he belongs.
Oh,
He
oh, he
belongs.
absolutely.
I think
is.
so. And he definitely tried to kill Carol Baskins.
for reals.
Like for real.
For real.
He hired that dude. That dude was scary looking too.
Yeah. I've seen it.
How'd he ever get caught?
Yeah, he was not smart about it. That's for sure.
80% of our conversations I had with Joe, right? He'd be talking about soup, and he'd bring up Carol Baskin, you know.
No, he seemed obsessed with. I mean, like
Oh, absolutely.
beyond obsessed.
I'm not kidding you. You'd be talking about anything. And he'd bring it back to Carol. Carol and PETA, you know.
He hated PETA.
He hated.
Yeah, because PETA had it in for him too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, to answer your question, yeah.
He's where he
he's where
belongs. I had heard a rumor that President Trump was going to pardon Joe Exotic.
No.
It was a rumor,
It was
and I
a
heard
rumor,
it.
right.
I heard it too. but
Listen,
it was a
I hear
rumor.
lots of rumors.
I don't believe anything I read on Facebook.
I might not have
anyway.
even heard it as a rumor. I might just be thinking that out of my brain. And not
No,
know
I heard it too. So
Right?
it was a
It's
thing
something.
for a little bit. Yeah.
It's something.
Well, I heard a rumor Salma Hayek was crazy about me. That don't mean it's true.
Listen, Vince, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I mean, there was like 2 Swedish girls that wanted you to come.
You got two
Yeah.
Swedish girls emailing you, which is 2 more Swedish girls than I have emailing me.
And that's what we in the business we call an end cap. So
This is the best threesome that I'm going to get tonight, probably.
Oh,
Yeah, right? Okay. On that note, that sounds like we're done. Listen, we've talked about it all. We've gone through it all, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Vince, for
thank you,
hanging
man.
out with us.
Thanks for
I am
having me.
pleased to know you, and glad we get to hang out in the dental setting and outside the dental setting as well.
absolutely. And thanks for the teeth, Doc.
Hey, it's my pleasure, man.
Yeah.
We're going to take some pictures of those teeth and show everybody. How about that?
Salma Hayek. You'll show Salma.
Listen, you got one shot to get Selma Hayek, and I think this is it.
Okay.
I think this is your one shot at Selma Hayek. Okay, I don't know what her relationship status is.
And I'm pretty confident then.
Yeah, this will work. This will work.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, we're going to sign off for Drilled Podcast for this week. Join us next week when our guest is definitely not going to be as interesting. That's for sure. But it will be someone. We'll find out.
probably me.
All right, sign out. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Good night.